Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a chatty get ready. I'm going to be testing out some products I recently got. I'm going to give you my thoughts on them, my first impression. I realized my last video was a first impression, but this is more of a chatty get ready. Just using new products I haven't tried before. I also want to talk to you guys about KL polish. There are things I've been meaning to talk to you guys about, so I will leave that for the end of this video. I already know this video is going to be like 45 minutes long, but lots of stuff to cover in today's video. So I got a ton of new stuff recently. Wet n Wild just released a bunch of new stuff. I was on the website a few days ago and I bought a ton of stuff. I also have some PR, not everything in today's video I purchased myself. I will let you guys know what's PR and what I purchased throughout the video. My lips are so dry. Okay, let's begin with our face. I'm gonna put this on. I just got this from Forever 21. It's my new little headband. I know I just recently got my other one, but when I saw this on the website, I was like, I have to have that. So I'm gonna start by priming my face, and recently Urban Decay released like a bunch of new primers. They came out with 4 primers that do 4 different things, but as I look at them, there really isn't one that's for dry skin. Like this one, it's smoothing and environmental protection. It has SPF 30. This one is the self-adjusting one. It has adapting pigments, soft focus effect, and shine control. This one is the optical illusion primer, and it has rosehip and argan oil. It's smoothing and pore perfecting. This one is probably gonna be the most hydrating one because this one right here is the De-Slick Pore Minimizing and Mattifying Primer. I wish they would have released one that was like really dewy and hydrating and moisturizing, but even this one with the argan oil doesn't feel hydrating. It feels like a typical pore filling primer, so I don't know. I actually think I'm gonna use a different primer that I just recently got as PR as well. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I love their backlight priming filter, so this one in First Light seems interesting. It's a very cool purple shade. This one is just supposed to be an instant complexion refresher. These purple shades are really good to brighten the skin. I'm actually gonna use this one. This one hasn't launched yet, I don't think. The Urban Decay ones have. I don't think this one has, but the foundation I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna prefer a primer like this. My face always gets red when I rub it, so don't be alarmed. So this one feels really nice. My skin feels very hydrated and it kind of gives you like a pearly look to the skin. I don't know the difference between this and their other primer. Honestly, they kind of feel the exact same way. For foundation, I'm going to be testing out the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I cannot tell you how excited I got when I saw that they released these. Wet n Wild is probably my favorite drugstore brand. It's one of the most affordable and I feel like they just know what they're doing. I feel like they get their audience. I didn't get the matching concealer to try out because I read a lot of negative reviews about it, and now I'm kind of regretting not trying it for myself. This was so inexpensive and I was shocked at how nice the packaging is. It doesn't have a pump, but it has like this little spatula thing, and I'm gonna mix 2 shades because that right there is too dark for me. I picked up the shades Soft Beige and Soft Ivory. I didn't really know what my color was and I did this online, so hopefully it won't be terrible. I don't know. The smell is really strong. It reminds me of the scent of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. That paint scent. Just going to blend that in. The color is not terrible. Okay, quick tip, the foundation dries a little fast, so you might want to work in sections. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little more to get more coverage. It definitely dries really fast. You do want to work in little sections because I had a hard time blending the foundation on my forehead. I had to swipe the beauty blender. Patting it in was not doing enough. Okay, so this is the foundation on my skin. What do you guys think? I do think the undertone is a little bit off. I don't think you can tell on camera, but in person you could tell a little bit. The finish is nice. I would say it has a medium coverage. I don't think it's full coverage at all. You can still see certain things peeking through, and I did add a second layer to my cheeks, and the finish is really nice. It has a satin finish. I don't think it's too matte, but I don't think it's dewy. Any part that looks dewy definitely has to do with the fact that I applied this primer under, for sure. It feels tacky when I put my fingers to my face, which is weird because I didn't think it would since it's not overly dewy, so that's one thing I don't like. But aside from that, it looks really pretty. It looks like skin. It's building up a little bit around my nose, but that happens to me with a lot of foundations. But not bad. The more I see it on my skin, the more I like it. For concealer, I'm gonna take the number 7 Radiant Glow Concealer. I just recently purchased this and I haven't heard anything about it. I got mine in the shade number 10 and it says it's a light reflecting lotion to chase away under eyeshadows and reduce the appearance of puffiness, and it's hypoallergenic. Light reflecting lotion. That's weird. I've already swatched it, but it's one of those clicker thingies. And when I swatched it on the back of my hand, it looked like something I would really like, but you never know. Oh my gosh, I think I really like this. It doesn't have much coverage, but I think this is gonna be a really nice concealer for days where I just wanna run out the door because it's very lightweight. It's not too dewy, not sticky. It almost has like a satin finish, and I kind of like how it looks. Excuse the shadows forming on my body. I'm actually filming this at almost midnight, so I don't have any natural light like I usually do. I like this concealer. It literally looks like I have nothing underneath my eyes. Like, you don't see any product buildup. It is light coverage. You can see my dark circles right there. Celine actually scratched the crap out of my face the other day. Almost took my eye out. So I have a scar right here underneath my eye, so it looks a little bit darker right here as opposed to this eye. I don't know, I'm so used to my Tarte Shape Tape that has like super extreme full coverage, but I kind of like a minimal concealer look on days where I'm not really wearing makeup. I also wouldn't say it's radiant or glowy. I think it has a pretty natural finish. For powder to set my face, I'm gonna take this bad boy here. I'm really excited to try this because it swatches beautifully on my hand. Like, the formula feels really nice. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. It's brand new. I got the shade Warm Light. I'm gonna take my Smith 112 brush and I'm gonna use that to set my concealer and my eyeball where I applied concealer. I'm gonna take a bigger brush. This is my IT Cosmetics complexion powder brush. And I'm just gonna set my entire face with this powder because the foundation was a little bit tacky to the touch. I wanna make sure everything blends nicely on top. Wow. I'm usually very, very picky for powders, but it feels really natural on the skin. It's not as natural and it's not as skin-like as the Giorgio Armani one or the Charlotte Tilbury one, but it has a similar effect. Wow, so far so good with this one. Impressed. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my eye makeup. I don't know why I'm doing it in this order because I've already applied my base products, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so for my eyes, I'm gonna try out this palette. I haven't used this yet. I'm very excited. This is the Persona Identity palette. Sona here on YouTube just recently came out with her own makeup line, and this is her first release. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. I'm so excited to try this out. On the back, it says it's the ultimate palette for brown eyes. So if you have brown eyes, you might really, really like this. I've only swatched these, but they feel really nice and buttery. Buttery. I cannot say the word buttery without thinking of that little old man. So I'm gonna take this shade Charming. I'm gonna use this as my crease shade. Have you ever seen that commercial? Well, they're kind of like bloopers of a commercial with a little old couple and the man is trying to say buttery flaky crust. Oh my gosh, if you guys haven't seen that, please, when you're done watching this video, go right now, search up buttery flaky crust. It is so funny, so now I can't say buttery without saying buttery. Buttery, crispy. His wife is like, Dan, it's flaky. Dan, right? That's his name? I don't know. I'm gonna take the shade Chic right here. It's the matte purple, and I'm gonna put this on my entire lid. I totally should have done my eye makeup before I did my face. What was I thinking? Have you guys seen the show Westworld? Danny and I just finished season 1 and I feel like that's the new show, like that's the big buzz going around, and I really, really liked it. It was really interesting, a very smart show. I love Anthony Hopkins so much and it was really, really good. It just didn't knock my socks off the way I feel it knocked everyone's socks off. You're probably looking at me like, what? I don't know, Danny felt the same way. Like we finished season 1 and we were like, that was really good, but it wasn't the best show I've ever seen, you know? It definitely looks like season 2 is going to be way better. I'm not even sure when that comes out. Has season 2 come out yet? It has a few moments where you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming, which I really like, but it wasn't like, you know, I don't know. What do you think? I'm sure I'm the only one who feels this way. Well, me and Danny. I'm gonna do kind of like a halo look. So I'm gonna take the shade Fearless and I'm gonna add this to the outer corners and to the inner corners, leaving the center bare. And then I'm just gonna connect it at the top. I'm gonna take that first shade we used, Charming, and I'm gonna use this as my crease shade again, just to blend everything out. Taking some more Fearless and just deepening everything out. I'm gonna take the shade Seductive right here and I'm gonna apply this with my finger. And I'm just gonna blend that. I'm gonna use the shade Humble to highlight my brow bone. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the Sassy shade, just a little bit of this, and apply a hair right on top. And then I'm gonna apply that same shade in the corners. So Makeup Forever actually sent me their new Starlit liquids. They're just these tiny little bottles that look like nail polish. They're basically just like liquidy glitters for your face, for your eyes. It says you can use them as highlights, but I think they're a little bit too glittery for that. They came out with these and then they came out with pigments that look like this. I'm actually gonna use one of the glitters. I'm gonna take this shade right here in number 2 and I'm just gonna apply some of this to my eyes. I'm gonna just like, should I just apply with my, we'll see. Okay, gives a little something. Okay, not into this glitter. I'm not into this glitter. When I tapped it in, it completely took off the eyeshadow I had underneath. You could see the skin on my eye. Granted, I didn't really use a primer, I just used this concealer, but I don't have that problem with any glitter I use. And yeah, no bueno. No bueno. I have to play around with those more, but I have a feeling I'm gonna like the pigments more than those glitters. I'm just gonna apply some more of that Seductive shade since it's like gone now. I'm gonna add a little bit more Fearless to the outer corners and then we are pretty much done with the eyes. I just have to do the lower lash line. For eyeliner, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dark Side Waterproof Gel Liner. I have used this before, I really like it. I have so much fallout. I'm gonna take the shade Charming and on this Morphe R41 brush, I'm gonna run that on my lower lash line. By the way, my Morphe palette comes back. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot to mention that. I will post this video on Friday, so today. My Morphe palette came back in stock today as you are watching this, if you are watching this when I post it. Hopefully it doesn't sell out like it did last time. It sold out so fast, it was extremely unexpected. I have never had a collab sell out like that ever, so I didn't expect it. I'm gonna take the shade Fearless and I'm gonna run that really close to my waterline. So the eyes look really grungy. Definitely with an eye look like this, I prefer 100% full coverage concealer. I don't think this concealer has enough coverage for this certain eye look, but I still love the concealer. I'm gonna apply some mascara. I'm gonna try out the new Wet n Wild Lash Renegade Mascara. This is like the coolest mascara bottle they've ever come out with. Hopefully I like this. I don't know, I don't typically like wands like this. I've only really liked one Wet n Wild mascara and it's not my favorite anymore. It was the yellow one, but I feel like they changed the formula and screwed it up. So this is 2 coats of the mascara. It's not bad, it's definitely one of their better ones. It isn't my favorite though, I have mascaras I like more. It's not really wowing me, so I'm gonna go over it with my Kiko Extra Sculpt Volume Mascara. Okay, so the eyes are officially done. I'm gonna go ahead and do my face. Well, finish my face. I don't have a new bronzer to try, so I'm just gonna go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I do have a new brush to try. I just recently purchased this at Ulta. It's the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Radiance Wand. I saw it and I thought it was so cool. I love this like soft touch handle. I think it's so nice, and I feel like you could use this as blush, as powder, as bronzer. I don't know. I'm excited to try this. I'm just gonna bronze up the skin. So for blush, I'm actually gonna try this out. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow Peach Infused Highlighting Palette. It smells like peaches. I have the eyeshadow palette, and I know that there's been like some crazy controversy with Too Faced recently with the whole like peach palette, but I wanted to try this out on camera because I know a lot of you guys recently picked this up. But I was looking at the reviews on Sephora, and a lot of people don't like this, so I'm a little bit nervous. I'm gonna take some of the bronzing shade, which is like a very glowy, warm bronzer. Let me just... It's almost like a highlighting bronzer. Oh, I kind of like that. I think it's gonna be so pretty in the spring and summer. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on this peach blush. I'm gonna take the same brush, but I'm gonna clean it on a napkin, and I'm gonna pop this on my cheeks. I know it doesn't really go with my mauve purple silver eye, but whatever. I will say though, this blush will totally emphasize your pores. Like, this made my pores come out and play. I like it. It's just, it has that sheen to it. It will emphasize your pores if you're not careful. And I'm not gonna use this highlight because I've already swatched it and I know I don't like it. It's just too glittery for me and not my thing, but I really, really love these two shades, specifically the bronzer, which I thought it would be my least favorite. But to highlight my skin, I'm actually gonna take this guy right here. I recently placed an order on beautylish.com and they had this little tiny thing for sale. I didn't even know this existed. This is a powder highlighter by Jouer, and it's in the shade Ice, which I thought they only had 3 shades, but apparently they have one called Ice and it's a mini version. But when I went on the Jouer website to check it out, it's not there. So I don't know if this is like brand new. I don't know what's happening. I get PR from Jouer, but I got so excited when I saw this that I just bought it. I love this formula so much. It's probably one of my favorite highlighting formulas that I wanted to try it out. And this color in the shade Ice looks white, but it has a really strong pinky gold reflex. It's definitely a metallic duochrome highlight. So let's see what it looks like. I've never tried it. That is so pretty. Very nice. And this is so cute. It's like a little baby, a little cute. Okay, so all that's left to this look is my lip color. Wet n Wild recently released new lip liners. They are the Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liners. I bought 2 shades. I got Never Petal Down, which is this really pretty pink, and I got Bear to Comment, which is a nice pinky nude. I'm gonna take Bear to Comment and I'm gonna line my lips. I haven't tried this formula yet. I haven't tried any of these things. It's very easy to apply. It just like glides on your lips. So the formula on this is very, very creamy. Really easy to maneuver, which makes me believe that it's not gonna last as long as a typical lip liner would. But it feels really nice. It feels really comfortable and not drying whatsoever. It's one of the most creamy lip liners I've ever tried, actually, which I don't know if I like that or if I don't. Okay, and how exciting are these? Wet n Wild came out with more liquid lipsticks. I wasn't a huge fan of their dark ones, but I really loved their light shades and their red colors. So I bought 6 of them. I am so excited to try this one out. This is like me in a tube. I'm obsessed with red orange shades or anything with any orange in it. But for today, I'm gonna try one of the more muted shades. These are the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipsticks. And I love the color selection, very neutral wearable shades. This one's really cool. Ooh, that's really cool. It's called Nudie Patootie. That's cute. I'm just gonna mix the 2 colors together so that it's not so gray. Ooh, I actually really like the color that created. Okay, so that's a really good thing about this nude lip liner. The fact that these lip liners are so emollient and so creamy, they actually work really well underneath liquid lipsticks because it makes the liquid lipstick a little bit less dry and it mixes in well with the liquid lipstick. So that's something I really like about this. I might use these as like my liquid lipstick lip liners. This color is really pretty and I love how it pairs with the lip liner, but I can already tell that it's like cracking here. They're a little bit more drying than what I would like, but my lips were really chapped today, so I will test these out a little bit more and I'll probably get back to you in a favorites video. I'm actually gonna put a lip gloss on top because I've been wanting to try one of these on camera. These are the new Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Glosses. I've only tried one color on my lips and I was blown away by the formula. I can't even tell you how good it is. It's like a lip gloss, but it feels so hydrating. It feels like a creamy, oily lip balm, but not greasy. I don't know, I really liked it. I'm gonna take this shade right here called Papa Don't Peach, and I'm gonna apply it right on top. Oh my god, they smell so good. They smell like peach. A fake peach, but peach. They smell like my childhood. Something when I was younger used to smell like this. Oh my god. You know what? It kind of smells like, it smells like the candy that you used to get at the mall that was in a gumball machine and they were like hard little fruits, like a hard little banana, a hard little apple or pear or whatever. This smells like that. There probably was a little hard peach in there somewhere. Okay. So that completes this Chatty Get Ready. I really like how this look turned out. I wanted to take this time to talk to you guys about KL polish. If you're not interested in that, then goodbye. I love you so much. I will see you in my next video. But I really wanted to just sit here and get a few things off my chest and talk to you guys. How long has that been bothering you? So as I'm sure you guys know, there were a few setbacks with the KL Polish launch. If you follow me on social media, on Twitter or Instagram, you would have already known. We had some major shipment delays and there were so many things that contributed to that. I can't even begin to tell you. First of all, I'm so sorry for those of you who pre-ordered and didn't get your order in time. I know how frustrating that must have been. I feel like me and my subscribers, I feel like we have a really good relationship, so I want to sit down and I want to explain it to you and I want to talk to you guys. So first off, we had a major delay with the manufacturer, which meant we couldn't ship out pre-orders when we were supposed to. And I had no idea that this was going on because that was something to do with fulfillment, you know, that's shipping. Because of this huge delay, there were people who ordered on launch day who were getting it before the people who pre-ordered, which is insane to me. I can't believe that even happened. It really doesn't make sense in my mind why things were shipped before orders that were placed before. When I found out this was happening, I personally sat down and I wrote an email to all of you guys who pre-ordered. If you pre-ordered from KL Polish, you got a personal email from me. Pre-orders are amazing if they are executed the right way, and unfortunately it just wasn't. And it's all on me. At the end of the day, this falls on me. I take full responsibility. And then there were a few customers that couldn't get their order in time for Christmas, which breaks my heart. I have been in the world's worst mood the entire month of December. I was in the worst funk ever. The KO Polish Instagram was just blowing up with so many concerns from you guys, and I was just writing everything down. I would read a comment, write it down. I was just disappointed in the way the shipment went, and I'm so sorry. I made the mistake of launching December 5th. I don't know what I was thinking because that is the busiest time for shipments, the busiest time the holiday season, and I had never launched a brand before. This was a huge reality check for me. So now I know, and things will go smoother from here on out. We are doing everything we can to make sure that our next launch in the spring, or our next launch whenever that is, will go smoother and will go faster. I know there are no excuses, but it was my first launch and it's still a learning process for me. Customer service is my main priority, and thank you guys so much for reaching out to me and letting me know that my customer service team has really helped you out and how nice we've been. That is my main priority. So thank you guys for being so supportive and so kind and so understanding. I'm so sorry if your order took a long time to get to you. I'm working on a way where that never happens again. So again, please forgive me. Another thing I wanted to mention, I have been writing down notes ever since they launched and ever since I've been hearing reviews. My next batch will be a hair thinner. It's still gonna be the same formula, same long wearing formula, because I love my formula. I think it's amazing, but certain colors can be just a hair too thick. Still very opaque. They're gonna be very opaque on 2 coats, and it's still gonna be long wearing. The formula is not gonna change, just the viscosity is going to be like this much, just like this much thinner. I want to thank you guys for making 2016 so incredible. It was a very hard year for a lot of us, but all I can do is hope that us as a whole us as people, we have a better year in 2017. I hope that KO polish just becomes better and better and better, and that you guys love it even more. But yeah, that completes this video. I know it was super long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and you relaxed, and you know, maybe this video was something you could kick back to and just play while you're eating dinner or something. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. And it was I love their backlight priming filter, though. Where'd that come from? Was she Yoda? Fish fillet? No one knows what it means, but it's probably